In an unexpected twist that has shaken the foundations of American politics, an audio recording has been leaked that could change the course of alliances within the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, has been accused of mocking Stacey Abrams, one of the most prominent and respected figures in the party. This scandal, which is already being called the laughter that echoed around the world, threatens to unleash an unprecedented political storm. The audio, which has quickly circulated on social media and has been picked up by several media outlets, reveals a moment when Harris, in a private conversation, allegedly mocks Abrams' political aspirations. The recording, whose authenticity is yet to be verified, has set off alarm bells and left many wondering whether this mockery is just the tip of the iceberg of a deeper political betrayal. Behind closed doors, speculation is rife that this laughter could be the trigger that fractures already strained relations within the party. The implications of this act are vast and could have devastating consequences for political unity. Is this the start of an internal war that could change the political landscape forever? The backlash has not been long in coming. Abrams supporters have expressed outrage and demanded explanations. The pressure on Harris is mounting as more details come to light, and the question on everyone's lips is, how will the vice president respond to these accusations? Will the Democratic Party be able to survive this political earthquake, or are we witnessing the beginning of its disintegration? Meanwhile, the world watches in shock and anticipation. Harris's alleged mockery has not only resonated in the United States, but has captured international attention, sparking a debate about loyalty and ethics in modern politics. The story is far from over, and each new development promises to be more explosive than the last. In an unexpected twist that has left the political sphere reeling, the closed doors of a private meeting have witnessed a laugh that could change the course of political alliances forever. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, finds herself in the eye of the storm after an audio leak that, according to close sources, reveals a moment of mockery towards Stacey Abrams, a prominent figure in the Democratic political landscape. The incident, which has been described as a political betrayal of epic proportions, threatens to unravel fragile alliances within the party. The laughter, captured in an unguarded moment, has been interpreted by many as a gesture of disdain toward Abrams, who has been a key ally in the fight for voting rights and social justice. The implications of this act are profound and devastating. In a context where unity is crucial to confront political challenges, this alleged mockery could be the catalyst for an irreparable fracture. Political analysts are already speculating about the consequences of this scandal, which could redefine loyalties and alliances within the Democratic Party. The impact of this revelation is not limited to American borders. The international community is watching with shock and concern, questioning the stability of one of the most influential democracies in the world. Harris's laughter, which could have been a simple slip, now resonates like an echo of discord that threatens to destabilize not only her political career, but also the cohesion of her party. Meanwhile, Stacey Abrams' team has been quick to react. The outrage and sense of betrayal are palpable, and official statements have only fueled the fire of controversy. The question on everyone's mind is clear. How will Kamala Harris respond to these accusations? Will she be able to repair the damage done, or will this be the beginning of the end for her political career? The nation is divided, and voter confidence hangs in the balance. This scandal, which has captured the attention of media outlets around the world, is shaping up to be one of the most critical moments in recent politics. The pressure on Harris is immense, and the outcome of this story could have repercussions that will be felt for years. In an unexpected twist that has left the political sphere reeling, Kamala Harris finds herself in the eye of the storm after the leak of a video that could change everything. In the images, Harris, the Vice President of the United States, appears to sharply dismiss the political future of Stacey Abrams, a prominent figure within the Democratic Party. This explosive moment, captured on tape, has set off alarm bells and threatens to fracture alliances that seemed unbreakable. The video, which has been making the rounds on social media, shows Harris in a private conversation, where her laughter and disparaging remarks toward Abrams have been interpreted as a slight on her political aspirations. The recording, which many consider a blatant betrayal, has left political analysts and ordinary citizens alike speechless, wondering if this is the true face of high-level politics. The reaction has not been long in coming. Abrams supporters have expressed their outrage, demanding explanations and, above all, respect for a leader who has worked tirelessly for social justice and electoral equity. The tension is palpable in the air, and the question on everyone's mind is, how will Harris respond to these accusations that could put her political career in jeopardy? Meanwhile, the Democratic Party is facing an unprecedented internal crisis. Critics within the party warn that this scandal could have devastating repercussions on unity and voter confidence. The shadow of doubt hangs over the vice president, and the world is watching her every move closely. This incident, which has captured international attention, not only calls into question Harris's integrity, but also raises questions about the future of the Democratic leadership. Will the party be able to overcome this political earthquake, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for one of its most prominent figures? History is still being written, and the outcome is uncertain. In an unexpected turn of events that has left the political sphere reeling, a scandal of epic proportions has broken out. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, is in the eye of the storm after an alleged secret plot to sabotage Stacey Abrams' race was revealed. This shocking discovery has shaken the foundations of the Democratic Party, generating a wave of indignation and bewilderment among its ranks. The allegations are compelling. Harris, from the shadows, is said to be maneuvering to thwart the political aspirations of Abrams, a prominent and respected figure within the party. The sources, who prefer to remain anonymous for fear of reprisals, say that Harris has been using her influence to undermine Abrams' credibility and political future, all while maintaining a facade of public support. Not only does this alleged plot threaten to destroy Abrams' career, it could also irreparably fracture alliances within the party. The question on everyone's mind is, why? What could Harris possibly gain from this high-stakes power play? Theories abound, from personal rivalries to long-range political strategies, but the damage is certainly done. The impact of these revelations is devastating. The party's foundations are shaken, and confidence in Harris is dangerously shaken. The possibility that such a high-profile figure could be involved in such a blatant act of betrayal has left many wondering about the true nature of politics at the highest levels of power. Meanwhile, Abrams' team has been quick to react. In an emotionally charged statement, they have expressed their dismay and demanded a thorough investigation to get to the bottom of these allegations. The pressure on Harris is mounting, and the nation is watching intently every move, every statement, waiting for answers that could change the course of American politics forever. Este escándalo, que ha cruzado fronteras, ha captado la atención internacional, con líderes de todo el mundo observando de cerca como se desarrolla esta trama digna de una película de intriga política. La reputación de Harris pende un hilo, y el desenlace de esta historia podría tener repercusiones inimaginables en el panorama político global. La pregunta que queda en el área es si Kamala Harris podrá sobrevivir a esta tormenta o si este será el principio del fin de su carrera política. La verdad, como siempre, es un arma de doble filo, y en este caso, podría ser la que finalmente corte los lazos que la mantienen en el poder, un giro inesperado que ha sacudido los cimientos de la política estadounidense. Ha salido a la luz un audio filtrado que podría cambiar el curso de la historia. Kamala Harris, la vicepresidenta de Estados Unidos, se encuentra en el ojo del huracán tras la divulgación de unas palabras que nunca quiso que el público escuchara. Este audio, que ha sido calificado como una auténtica bomba, revela comentarios escandalosos que podrían destruir alianzas políticas y desatar una tormenta de proporciones épicas. El contenido del audio es tan explosivo que ha dejado a todos boquiabiertos. En él, Harris parece burlarse de Stacey Abrams, una figura prominente en el panorama político, poniendo en duda su futuro y su capacidad para liderar. Las palabras, pronunciadas en un tono que muchos han interpretado como despectivo, han encendido las alarmas en el Partido Demócrata, que ahora enfrenta una crisis interna sin precedentes. La filtración de este audio ha desencadenado una ola de indignación y furia entre los seguidores de Abrams, quienes exigen explicaciones y responsabilidades. La tensión es palpable, y las repercusiones de este escándalo podrían ser devastadoras. ¿Está Kamala Harris saboteando la carrera de Abrams desde las sombras? Esa es la pregunta que todos se hacen mientras el drama se desarrolla ante nuestros ojos. El impacto de estas revelations no se limita a las fronteras estadounidenses. La comunidad internacional observa con asombro y preocupación, mientras los medios de comunicación de todo el mundo se apresuran a cubrir cada detalle de esta historia que parece sacada de una película de intriga política. La confianza de los votantes está en juego, y el futuro de Harris pende un hilo. En medio de este caos, el equipo de Stacey Abrams ha reaccionado con contundencia, condenando las supuestas declaraciones de Harris y exigiendo una disculpa pública. La presión sobre la vicepresidenta aumenta, y muchos se preguntan si este incidente marcará el principio del fin de su carrera política. The nation is divided, and the clamor for justice and transparency resonates loudly. Outraged citizens are demanding that immediate steps be taken to clarify the facts and that justice be done. The question that remains in the air is, will Kamala Harris be able to survive this political earthquake, or will this be the scandal that brings her down for good? In an unprecedented turn of events, the political landscape is rocked by a scandal that threatens to unravel the very fabric of the Democratic Party. Allegations have surfaced that Vice President Kamala Harris, a figure once seen as a unifying force, has been caught in a web of deceit and betrayal. Her alleged comments about Stacey Abrams, a prominent political figure and advocate for voting rights, have sent shockwaves through the political community. The whispers of betrayal began as a murmur but quickly escalated into a deafening roar. Behind closed doors, Harris's alleged remarks have been described as nothing short of political backstabbing at its worst. The implications of such comments are staggering, with the potential to fracture alliances and sow discord within the party. The Democratic Party, already navigating a tumultuous political climate, now faces the daunting task of addressing these explosive allegations. The leaked audio, a bombshell revelation, has left many questioning the integrity and loyalty of those at the highest echelons of power. The scandalous words, never meant for public ears, paint a picture of a political landscape rife with intrigue and betrayal. As the story unfolds, the Democratic Party finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the fallout of a scandal that could redefine its future. The ramifications of Harris's alleged comments extend far beyond the immediate political sphere. The potential damage to voter trust and party unity is immense, with the specter of division looming large. As the Democratic Party seeks to maintain its footing, the question remains, can it withstand the storm unleashed by this shocking revelation? The stakes have never been higher, and the world watches with bated breath as the drama continues to unfold. The scandal has broken, and the repercussions are imminent. Stacey Abrams, a renowned political figure, finds herself in the eye of the storm following Kamala Harris's alleged betrayal. The news has shaken the foundations of the political landscape, and Abrams' team has been quick to react. The outrage is palpable, and the statements have not been long in coming. In a statement laden with frustration and disappointment, Abrams' camp has expressed its dismay at what they consider an unprecedented act of disloyalty. Harris's remarks, captured on leaked audio, have been described as a low blow that threatens to fracture unity within the party. The tension is palpable, and accusations of political sabotage resonate loudly. Abrams' team has made it clear that they will not sit idly by in the face of what they see as a direct attack on their leader. Trust, they say, has been betrayed, and the consequences could be devastating. Meanwhile, the public is watching in amazement as this political drama unfolds. The pressure on Harris is mounting, and the demands for a convincing explanation are not ceasing. The situation is critical, and the outcome of this conflict could redefine the future of both political figures. The question on everyone's mind is, how will Kamala Harris respond to these accusations? And, more importantly, can the party survive this unprecedented internal storm? The nation is in a state of shock following the revelation of a political scandal that threatens to divide the country. In an unexpected twist, an audio has been leaked in which Kamala Harris is allegedly heard laughing in a dismissive manner about Stacey Abrams' political future. This incident has shaken the foundations of public trust, sowing doubts about the integrity of the political figures in whom many had placed their faith. The laughter, caught in an unguarded moment, has been interpreted as a direct mockery of Abrams, a prominent figure in the fight for voting rights and social justice. The reaction has been immediate and fierce. Voters, already tired of political betrayals, now feel more divided than ever. Trust in political leadership is shaken, and voices of outrage resonate across the country. This scandal not only threatens to fracture unity within the Democratic Party, but also puts Harris's credibility at risk on the national political stage. The alleged taunt has been seen as a betrayal of the values of unity and respect that she herself has publicly espoused. Political analysts warn that this incident could have devastating repercussions in the upcoming elections, eroding voter trust and weakening political alliances. Meanwhile, Stacey Abrams' team has responded with a mix of surprise and disappointment. The sense of betrayal is palpable, and her supporters are demanding explanations and strong action. The pressure on Harris is mounting, with many wondering whether she can survive this unprecedented political earthquake. Amidst this chaos, the nation is watching closely, aware that the decisions made in the coming days could define the course of the country. The laughter heard in a moment of carelessness could become the catalyst for a profound change in the American political landscape. The question on everyone's mind is, will Kamala Harris be able to regain the trust of voters, Or will this scandal mark the beginning of the end of her political career? The international community is in flames following Kamala Harris's alleged statements, which have left everyone speechless. The Vice President of the United States, in an act that many consider an unforgivable slip, is said to have shown absolute contempt for Stacey Abrams, a renowned political figure and hope for many. This scandal has crossed borders, and outrage has not been long in coming. From Europe to Asia, leaders and citizens alike are expressing their dismay. In London, a prominent British MP has called the incident a betrayal of democratic values, while in Berlin, an influential daily newspaper has published an editorial titled, "The Laughter That Shook the World." In Latin America, the news has been met with disbelief and distrust of U.S. policy, while in Africa, activists have raised their voices, demanding respect and accountability from world leaders. The reaction on social media has been explosive. Hashtags like #KamalaControversy and #StandWithStacey have dominated global trends, with millions of users demanding immediate explanations and action. The pressure on the Biden-Harris administration is immense, and the world is watching intently every move, every statement, every gesture. This incident has put not only Kamala Harris's reputation in jeopardy, but also the international perception of American politics. The question on everyone's mind is, how will the White House respond to this crisis that threatens to destabilize alliances and erode global trust? The answer remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The world will not easily forget this episode of apparent contempt and disdain. In an unexpected twist that has shaken the foundations of American politics, Kamala Harris finds herself in the eye of the storm following the leak of an audio that could change everything. The vice president, known for her signature laugh, has been accused of mocking Stacey Abrams, a key figure in the current political landscape. This scandal has unleashed an unprecedented media storm, with every media outlet scrambling to get the scoop on what could be the biggest political scandal of the year. The leaked audio, which has been circulating like wildfire on social media, reveals a moment when Harris, in a private conversation, allegedly mocks Abrams' political future. The words, which should never have come to light, have been called an unforgivable betrayal, an act of sabotage that threatens to destroy long-standing political alliances. The backlash has been immediate and fierce, with Abrams' team demanding explanations and a public apology. Meanwhile, outrage is not limited to America's borders. The international community is watching with shock and concern, questioning the stability of the country's internal political relations. Voter trust hangs in the balance, and the pressure on Harris increases with each passing day without a clear answer. The media, hungry for details, have made this incident the central theme of their coverage, analyzing Harris's every word and gesture for clues about her true intentions. The narrative has become a battleground, with analysts and pundits weighing in on the potential repercussions of this scandal on Harris's political career. Citizens, for their part, have not remained silent. Social media is ablaze with outraged comments and calls for accountability. The demand for transparency and justice resonates loudly, and many are wondering if this will be the beginning of the end for Harris in politics. Amidst this chaos, the question on everyone's mind is, can Kamala Harris survive this political storm, or will this be the scandal that marks the end of her career? The answer remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The world is watching, and there is no room for error. Public outrage has reached unprecedented levels. The public, in a unanimous clamor, is demanding answers and accountability from Kamala Harris following the shocking accusations that she allegedly slighted Stacey Abrams. Fury has erupted in the streets and on social media, where thousands of people have expressed their discontent and disbelief at what they consider an unforgivable betrayal. The pressure on Harris is immense. Citizens, who once saw her as a figure of hope and change, now feel betrayed and are demanding clear explanations. The demand for transparency is deafening, and the vice president finds herself in the eye of the storm, facing a storm of criticism that shows no signs of abating. The voices of outrage are not only coming from voters, but also from community leaders and public figures who have raised their voices to demand clarification of the situation. Trust in the political leadership is at stake, and the population is not willing to let this scandal go by without clear answers and concrete actions. In this climate of tension, the pressure on Harris to speak out and take responsibility is growing. Citizens are demanding not only an apology, but also a firm commitment that this type of situation will not be repeated. The demand for accountability is unavoidable, and time is running out for the vice president, who must face the consequences of her alleged actions. The anger and discontent are palpable, and the public is determined not to let this scandal fade into oblivion. The demand for justice and transparency is clear, and citizens are more vigilant than ever, ready to fight for truth and integrity in the political arena. In an unprecedented turn of events, the political landscape has been rocked by a scandal that threatens to upend the career of one of the most prominent figures in American politics. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, finds herself at the center of a storm of controversy following the alleged release of a recording that could spell disaster for her future. The recording, which has sent shockwaves through the political community, allegedly captures Harris in a moment of unguarded mockery towards Stacey Abrams, a key figure in the Democratic Party and a champion of voting rights. The implications of this alleged incident are nothing short of catastrophic. As the details of the recording continue to emerge, the political world is left reeling from the potential fallout. Could this be the end of Kamala Harris's illustrious career? The question hangs in the air like a dark cloud, casting a shadow over her every move. The alleged laughter, described by insiders as dismissive and scornful, has ignited a firestorm of outrage and disbelief among party loyalists and voters alike. As the story unfolds, the tension within the Democratic Party is palpable. Allies of Stacey Abrams are reportedly furious, viewing the alleged comments as a betrayal of the highest order. The potential for a rift within the party is real and immediate, with some insiders fearing that this could lead to a fracture that might be impossible to mend. The stakes are high, and the clock is ticking as the party grapples with the potential consequences of this explosive revelation. The international community is not immune to the shockwaves emanating from this scandal. Observers around the world are watching closely, as the alleged incident threatens to undermine the credibility of one of the most powerful women in global politics. The potential damage to Harris's reputation on the world stage cannot be overstated, and the ramifications of this scandal could reverberate far beyond the borders of the United States. As the media frenzy intensifies, every news outlet is scrambling to cover the unfolding drama. The public, too, is demanding answers, with citizens across the nation expressing their outrage and calling for accountability. The pressure is mounting on Kamala Harris to address the allegations head-on, but the question remains: will she be able to weather this political earthquake, or is this the beginning of the end for her career? In the midst of this turmoil, one thing is clear. The alleged incident has set off a chain reaction that could have far-reaching implications for the future of American politics. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. As the dust begins to settle, the question on everyone's mind is whether Kamala Harris will emerge unscathed or if this scandal will mark the end of her political journey. In an unexpected turn of events that has shaken the foundations of American politics, a leaked recording has put Kamala Harris in the eye of the storm. The vice president, known for her ability to navigate the turbulent waters of politics, now faces accusations that could change the course of her career forever. In the recording, laughter is heard that many interpret as a disdain for Stacey Abrams, a prominent figure within the Democratic Party. This incident has unleashed an unprecedented media storm, with analysts and citizens demanding immediate answers. Harris's alleged taunt not only threatens to fracture political alliances, but has also lit a fuse that could trigger a crisis of trust among voters. The reaction from Abrams' team has not been long in coming, and statements of outrage have begun to circulate, further fueling the fire of controversy. Is this the beginning of the end for Harris, or will she manage to navigate this scandal with the same dexterity she has shown in the past? Meanwhile, the international community is watching with shock and concern. The image of unity that the Democratic Party has tried to project is faltering, and the repercussions could be devastating. The media, eager for every new detail, have made this incident the central theme of their coverage, intensifying the pressure on Harris to speak out. Public opinion is divided. Some defend Harris, suggesting that the recording has been taken out of context, while others demand her immediate resignation. The tension is palpable, and the question on everyone's lips is: will Harris face the consequences of her alleged actions, or will she emerge unscathed from this political storm? The answer to this question could redefine the political landscape of the United States for years to come.